Okay. I fixed the YouTube stream, so we are live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, with my guest
Okay.
Onyx of Smash Bam Pow. Of course, she's saying she's getting tired of saying it, or she thinks I'm getting tired of hearing it. No, I'm not.
I'll never get tired of saying it. I just didn't want my fans to get tired of hearing it because it's popping up everywhere. Smash, bam, pow. Smash like a bug, bam like bam, bam, and pow like a punch. And I got it from Batman and Robin. Now, back in the day, they throw a fist and you see pow, and then they roll and do a flying Superman, and it was like smash. So that's where I got my website from, Smash Bam Pow. And speaking of that superhero Batman thing, don't forget I did Spider-Man 1 with Macho Man Randy Savage. Did you know that?
I heard something about that. And, if you're watching this on YouTube, you see me adjusting my long ass hair, wearing my Seattle Seahawks hat because it's game day here. We have the late game, of course. And
what? Right? Last I saw, we were ahead.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping track on today's games. I do know that the Packers had a bye week, and of course, hello to my two friends in Milwaukee who I'll be visiting in November. Oh, here is a very, very good question for you. That he asked. Who have been some of your toughest opponents that you faced?
Toughest opponent? That is definitely another great answer. Let's see. Hard to beat. That's really hard because I don't even know anyone that was hard to beat. But if I think hard, I might think of someone. Sometimes when I go on tour and I session with people, what that means is someone that wants to challenge me. Someone that's like, hey, my name is Roy or Kim. Why don't we grapple? We can meet in the gym. We can meet in the ring. We can meet in a room that, you clear out the furniture, whatever, and we go down and grapple. So on some of my maybe tours on the people that I've grappled,
Does any?
I don't even know. I don't even know anyone that I have that challenge with. I don't. My hardest challenge was the George St. Pierre Rush Fit video that we did in Los Angeles, California for a week, and just training for that. I basically just had spinach and bananas, and I did that MMA video, and that was the most challenging thing.
Now that I just took my glasses off because the glare was from the monitor here was, blazing off of them. Another question that he asks, what do you like to do outside of the ring?
Oh, cooking. I love cooking. If I'm upset or angry or mad or overworked or depressed, I love Rachel Ray. I love the Food Network. I love cooking anything, vegetables or eggplant, just chicken parmesan, just whatever. I love cooking.
And there's nothing wrong with cooking because I love to cook also. But I create some of the most unusual yet delicious dishes that you can imagine.
What do you mean unusual? Because I cook unusual too. Let me give you an example and then you give me an example. I'm a kitchen sink cooker. Now that you better put in the dictionary under Onyx. Kitchen sink cooker. That means whatever's in my fridge that's left over, I'll cook with it. For example, I'll make a pot roast or casserole, and whatever you have left in the fridge, carrots or celery or onions or peppers or ground beef or sausage or turkey or whatever you have extra that you don't want to throw away and you can't make a meal with, throw it in a big casserole dish, add like cream of mushroom, and I'll pump up Campbell's, throw it in there, put some cheese and bake it. Boom, it's a great dinner.
Okay, so you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Have you ever tried to make top ramen in a washing machine?
Oh, I love top ramen, but in a washing machine, no.
It's an experience. Told you, off the wall. I also do a Polynesian chicken recipe that was taught to me by a Samoan family, which is basically soy sauce and brown sugar for the marinade. Just stir in the brown sugar until you get the right taste, then throw in some onions, 2 heaping shovelfuls of minced garlic, and then chicken, and then let it sit for minimum of an hour. I use it, huh?
And ginger?
I haven't added ginger yet.
Oh.
But I let it sit in there for 24 hours and then throw it on the grill.
Yep. Of course. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I would become a food nutritionalist. Garlic kills bacteria, fungus, and infection. Ginger is for inflammation. And any kind of vegetable or fruit, it heals the body and fixes the body. We all get tired and we all get lazy. And I agree. I don't even want to get out of bed sometimes. Most of the time. But, cup of coffee, great vegetables like the ginger and the garlic and all that stuff you were mentioning in that dish. Very healthy. It's the engine going like gas in a car.
And, working in, the healthcare industry, I know that garlic is also good for cholesterol.
Love it. I love garlic. I will eat it all. Shrimp scampi. I'm a big garlic fan. And it keeps away the vampires. So that's even better.
Yeah, especially this time of year, right? With Halloween coming up. And
I mean, I don't want anybody biting and drawing blood out of my neck, but what do? You sleep. You sleep all day and you're up all night.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me on my vacations from work. And it's usually because there was alcohol involved.
Lately, I've been going to bed early and getting up early. But a vampire bite, it would be the reverse.
Yeah. And his 5th and final question for you: what type of music do you like to listen to?
Wow.
I told you they asked the good ones.
Women are wrestling.
They asked the good ones, I tell you.
Well, first of all, I love all music because I went to school for ballet, so I can go back to classical and jazz. And then, because I'm a little older than people think, because I look good, because I look young, but I'm really not. I love the 80s. I even love the 50s. Elvis. But 20s, I mean, I love hip hop, I love rap, I love Little John, Little Paul, Little Wayne, Little Sean. I love anybody that's got little in front of it.
Of course, you heard me refer to myself as the heavy metal Jesus, right?
Yes, and I love Jesus, and I love heavy metal. I mean, I love Metallica. I mean, we could go deep. Oh my God. Oh, rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen.
Yes.
Wow.
Indeed.
Wow.
Well, those of us that have followed the music industry, especially in the hard rock heavy metal portion of that, we knew that Eddie was battling cancer, and it was just a matter of time. But his health, I guess, went on the decline pretty rapidly in the final 72 hours of his life.
Yeah.
And well, they pretty much answered all the questions I was going to ask you. So that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time. No. um, so
Well, I just want people to think, because fans are big, and fans feel, and fans love, and fans cry, and fans take tickets to go to concerts. And you know what? I just want the fans to know when people pass, like Michael Jackson, wow, Whitney Houston, wow, and then now like Van Halen and others, and it hurts, and you're sad, and God, George Michael, I know it hurt. It hurt so bad. Prince, man, I cried for weeks. I cried like Prince was my boyfriend. I cried so hard when he passed. But you know what? Heaven is not a bad place, and it's love and light, and they're with people like Elvis Presley, and on and on and on. Just don't feel sad for them. Feel happy for them. That it's peace, and I know heaven's peace. We all know heaven's peace. So just try to be happy for them if they're not here, rather than sad for them for they're not here.
So we've pretty much covered everything. Now it's.
Does that mean we could go out and get like lasagna and garlic bread?
No, I think that means I can just take a shot of some Gentleman Jack I got here. That's one thing I always ask is, what is your favorite beverage, whether it be adult beverage or, favorite spirit?
That's easy. That's easy. And fans need to hear this too. Anybody listening. Now I'm going to go low, like water. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't like all the sugar. Like, I mean, I'll drink Coke once in a while, but, and then like the high energy drinks like Red Bull. I mean, once in a while, but all the energy, it's just water. Drink a lot of water because the cells in your body love that. I know you like to drink your other stuff, but drink water. And then as far as liquor, it's like, beer, wine. I'll take a little tiny sip of like vodka with an olive.
So like a martini almost.
But yeah, but not that big. Just a little one, because you got to keep balance, and a little drive, or try not to drink and drive and all that stuff. And everybody has their own thing. Right now, I'm not for it or against it, but right now I don't take any medications or any pills. And I think sometimes most of the world's on a lot of pills, and you can't drink on pills. And if you're on pills, just recognize it'll change your mood. So if you're feeling again grumpy or more anxiety or afraid or confused, just remember, maybe because the medicine that you took, have a bunch of water, sit down, take a bath, take a breath, say a prayer, believe in yourself, and that's all you need to do.
I have in my possession here, because I am a beer drinker, I'm a craft beer drinker myself. And here in the Pacific Northwest, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Vancouver, Washington, where I live, we are known for our craft beers up here. And this one I have in my hand is from a brewery called Red Hook, and it's called Peaches for Me. It is a.
Well, you know what? You know what I used to do? A beer bottle is my baby bottle. To me, that's an adult bottle for adults. Like babies have their little bottles of milk, adults have their bottles of beer. So yeah, I do support beer, absolutely. It's hot, it's barley, it relaxes you. It has some water in it.
It's bread in a can. Basically, it's bread in a can. The only thing missing is the peanut butter and the jelly.
Yeah. Football going on. I love beer with like hot, spicy wings. It's such a good balance. Go out and get some hot, spicy wings and cool it off with beer. Drink responsibly, but yes, Absolutely.
Now, see,
Beer fan.
I like if I'm watching.
Can I get some free samples of that beer? I'll give you my address. Can I get a case?
For football, especially here, I prefer to do like a chili queso. I'll do a pot of chili in my crock pot overnight. I don't use hamburger.
Yummy.
I use
what do you use? All beans?
I use stew meat.
Okay. Huh.
It kind of makes it more meatier, and then once it's done, I'll throw in Velveeta and mix it all together, and you've got
Oh God. Wow.
Yeah, simple, easy chili queso dip.
That sounds amazing. You gotta have salsa maybe on the side or some chips on the side, and maybe guacamole. That sounds delicious. I'm a chili fan too. I do the chili thing like once a month at least.
Oh yeah, I love to make chili in my crock pot every month, once a month. It's a bitch to clean the crock pot out sometimes, but
Well, I'm from Maryland. Do you know what we're known for? The blue crab. I went down to Baltimore and had jumbo lump crab cakes. Delicious. And I'm trying not to cheat on my diet, so I got sauteed spinach with mushrooms, and then they had shrimp on toast. And I don't want to sound rich or extravagant for those that can't go out and eat on a budget and eat seafood. I usually only go out to eat once a week just to save money. It is cheaper to eat home, cook home, order in home, but I do recommend once a week treating yourself.
Exactly. And, it's funny you mentioned that because where I work in Portland, Oregon, a lot of people are familiar and some aren't. When I say the Moda Center, the Moda Center is the big sporting arena. Concerts are held there. The Portland Trailblazers play there. But about half a mile from there, I work at Safeway. I'm a Safeway employee, and I know you got those in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Yes.
I used to work at Mars. I worked at a grocery store too. I was a cashier. I loved it.
Yep, I've been with Safe. It'll be 24 years next month.
Wow.
For me there. And
you're getting like $48 an hour.
I wish. Yeah, I get $22 an hour as a pharmacy technician, and that ain't even enough to live on, which is sad.
Well, and then you get free benefits.
I actually have to pay for my benefits out of my paycheck. Yes. Yes, sad but true.
Well, thankfully you put your resume in someplace else.
Well, it's because we're a non-union department is why.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm paying for my bennies. And, but it's my vacation time that I get every year, which resets on the 23rd of next month.
Cool.
5 weeks paid a year.
Wow, that's great.
But it's the sick time that I've accumulated that people are just like, holy fuck.
Right.
Last I checked, it was at 986 hours.
Okay.
Which is
commitment.
Which is roughly about 6.5, 6 3/4 of a month I could take off and get paid for it.
Okay. Fun. Even the COVID times, it maybe hasn't been much fun, but maybe for some people, other fun. Like we found other things to do. For example, if you know Candyland, put your hand up in the air. Anybody know Candyland? Anybody? Candyland. Candyland. Well, that's a board game. From maybe, I don't know what year it is, but it's a board game. It's a great game.
I think it's from the...
People forget.
Play games. Play simple board games.
Like Candyland.
Connect
or
4.
Checkers, or, badminton or soccer. Go play something with your kids, man.
Yeah, don't be stuck inside, commiserating, going, "Oh, I can't go anywhere without my mask." That's a load of crap.
Yeah, bake cookies or build a volcano that explodes, or maybe
Funny, funny that you
Build a
mentioned
volcano.
that. Funny you mentioned the exploding volcano. I have been filming some science projects for kids. Um, I've done, the do-it-yourself lava lamp with just water, vegetable oil, a little food coloring, and Alka-Seltzer.
Okay, but what's floating in there? I don't. That would take. That's
It's
a big project for me.
it's
I'd rather just go get a lava lamp.
it's the Alka-Seltzer and the oil in the water.
Okay.
So basically, what it is,
Fine.
so what you do is you fill a glass halfway up, then you fill it the rest of the way with oil, just regular vegetable oil. Then you add a few drops of food coloring in it to add some color to it. Then you drop in between a quarter to a half of a tablet of Alka-Seltzer.
Okay.
And as the Alka-Seltzer foams in the water, it doesn't really mix well with the oil, so it creates the illusion of a oil lamp, a lava lamp.
Right, but you need a light coming through it.
That's called your cell phone camera.
Okay, that kind of party. All right.
You
could just put a flashlight.
Yeah, you can use a flashlight, candles, whatever kind of light. I've done how to make a survival candle out with, what I did was I took an Altoids tin, emptied it out, melted 3 tea light candles down, put the wicks in, and boom, there you go. There's a survival candle. That'll last you, 10, 12 hours.
Right.
And then there was the very messy project I did, which is a lot of people don't know the name of it, but they would know it if they saw it. It's called Oobleck.
What's it called?
Oobleck.
Okay.
It's the slime you get when you mix baking powder with water.
Okay.
It's a solid and it's a liquid, but it's also the goddamn messiest project you'll ever make.
Well, see, that's what I mean. It's getting messy.
I mean, I had baking powder all over my desk, all over my shirt, my face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pets for children, you don't want them licking that stuff off. I mean, no, baking soda, or you can actually. Once in a blue moon, I brush my teeth with it. It really cleans your teeth.
Baking soda or baking powder?
Well, the one that comes in a little armor hammer.
That's baking soda. That's baking soda. Yeah. This is baking powder.
Oh, okay.
I've done projects with baking soda and vinegar.
Oh. Sounds like an explosion.
It is if you put it in a Coke bottle.
Okay.
Coke bottle rockets. Then there's other ones which, require adult supervision and require adult period. But we won't get into those. It's too dangerous to play with fire.
This is true.
Even though I've done it my whole life, I haven't gotten burned yet.
Oh. You're the lucky one. Are you Irish?
No, but there is a story for you if you want to hear it.
I was going to say, you must be Irish. You're so lucky. You have no problems in your life.
Are you ready for the story?
Okay.
I was born on July the 7th of 1977, which is 7/7 of 77.
Wow. It's funny I brought up looking Irish. Wow.
Wait. There's more. I was born on the 7th minute of the day.
No way! You should play lottery tickets.
I do, and I win.
Wow!
I was 7 pounds 15 ounces. I came home from the hospital at 7 pounds 7 ounces. I was 21 inches in length, And I have 7
What's
letters.
divided by 7 is 3, and that's fine.
And I have 7 letters in my full first name, which is Michael.
Wow.
Thank you to the nurse that named me when I was born.
Amazing.
And I am a little Irish.
That is lucky. I bet that. You're like a leprechaun. You're lucky. Are you Irish?
A little bit.
Lucky 7. They say, this is what I say. Again, back to the fans. When you hear it, sometimes you don't have to believe it, but take it into consideration. Like, lucky 7. You know, like, where does that come from? Like rain, or like love, or like snow. It exists. Lucky 7 exists, and you are the lucky 7 guy.
Oh yeah, I won't even tell you about my last trip to Vegas, which was
Wow.
Valentine's weekend this year. I did get to speak to one session wrestler over the telephone, which was pretty cool.
Who?
Mutiny.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I know Mutiny.
Yeah, I got to speak to her the day after Valentine's Day. It was a Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I was in a loud ass casino. But
I
then,
just left Vegas 2 weeks ago.
huh?
I was just there.
I'm actually going to be there here in about 3 weeks.
Cool.
Going to be in Vegas for 2 or 3 days, and then Milwaukee for the rest of the trip. I'm gone, taking the podcast on the road. But the day before, I checked into the El Cortez Hotel there on Fremont.
Uh-huh.
You knew something was gonna go good when they offered to upgrade my room to a cabana suite at no charge. And then I put $40 into a Game of Thrones slot machine and cash out at $700.
Wow.
And then I put $100 into a Lightning Link machine and won $1,300.
See, there's that 3 again.
There's,
Well, listen, I'm going back like December, January. Can we meet up and play some games?
I'll see what I can do because my vacation resets then.
Well, that's another promote. We're supposed to do LFC, which is lingerie.
Yes, in fact, I was going to mention that to you. That was the whole reason. That was the whole reason I was in Vegas on Valentine's weekend. Was to go to LFC 30, which got postponed right after I bought my tickets to, my plane tickets to my hotel.
Well, that's what we're doing. I don't know how much I can tell you. It's not a secret. We signed with
I know Sean.
We signed with Fans Only, and we're going to be doing LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship, females in a cage fighting, and it doesn't matter what clothes they wear. People wear those little briefs when they fight. And then we're going to be in a casino, we have a horror film, and we have a calendar, we have a TV show, and we're going to be in Vegas, and we're going to start around December.
Yeah, in fact, Sean is another good friend of mine, the owner.
I know Sean very well.
Yeah, he's a really good friend of mine.
I just saw Sean 2 weeks ago.
I'm trying to get him on the show.
He brought me and Meatball and Linguini.
Let's see. I know someone else that was supposed to make their debut back in February of last year, and that's Vixen Romano, who's another good friend of mine. She's another Montreal girl. And
the girls are looking good, and the girls are doing well.
I just got a text message from Mr. Mike Larkin himself, the host of the Lingerie Fighting Championship podcast.
Aww.
He just got home and he's listening in. Hello, Mike.
Your ears must be burning. We're talking about all this.
Mike's another good friend of mine. We actually did a co-op, collaborative podcast. He did his, I did mine, and we were on each other's podcast at the same time as we're doing our own.
Absolutely.
I-
Sharon and Karen.
I believe it was the first of its kind, and I don't know if it's been done since in this industry. But now here's a question for you. Of all the cities that you've been to, which cities in the United States have you not gotten a chance to get to yet, but want to?
That I've not been to and I want to?
Yes.
God, that's a great question, too. Texas. I mean, and Louisiana, Orleans, Tennessee, but definitely Texas. And maybe even Canada, because that's where the LFC family is born. So I hope to get there, too. I love all states. I want to go to any state.
Now, have you been to like Seattle or Portland yet?
No, I've been more up and down the West Coast and up and down the East Coast, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
And if you ever make it out to Portland, I know a certain podcaster that would love to have you as a live in-person interview guest. I wonder who that podcaster could be. Oh my goodness gracious. It must be me.
Just keep tagging me. I'll get there. Keep tagging me. Keep reminding me. I'll make my way. I promise.
Oh, I'll tag.
I always try to make my way.
I'll tag you on Facebook and now Twitter and Instagoogle and Face Cabbage.
Well, because in the past 2 weeks, I'm in Maryland, but I went to Philly and Jersey City and Hartford, Connecticut, and I went to Vegas, and I went to LA, and, now I'm going maybe somewhere, I do go, so just keep reminding me so I know if I'm in that area or going that way or can come that way. I will definitely make my way. You just have to recommend me to some amazing places to eat.
Oh, that's no problem. I had one final question for you. Tell me your thoughts on David McLane.
I love David McLane. David McLane. Wow. So, women of wrestling. There was Glow, Glamorous Ladies of Wrestling. And then when they had changed to Wow, Women of Wrestling, David McLane, amazing man, love him to death. He believed in me. He stood behind me. He supported me. I remember, he loved me. And then I remember, because again, I love cooking. He had a party, and I was like, I'll cook. So we made like steaks and salad and garlic bread, and I cooked for a party that he had. And I think maybe now he's in Vegas. I heard he's doing polo, but definitely on the A+ list.
Oh, that's good because I've had a couple of guests that were from Glow actually that you mentioned. I've had Hollywood on the show here before.
I love Hollywood. She's I look up to Hollywood. I love her to pieces.
I had her on the show, and I also had a Royal Hawaiian on, who will actually be back on this Friday evening.
Okay.
Along with Lady Oyanka, and the last time I had those two on the show, they hijacked my show.
Yeah.
No, they hijacked it, and they ended up hosting it, asking me very ridiculously funny questions.
Well, that's called old school wrestling. They're the originators. They're like firstborn.
Oh no, yeah, I already told you how old I was by the date of birth and all that. Ain't nobody more old school in this era than this guy here. I mean, I still remember the territory days. Hell, I could tell you stories about Don Owen and Portland wrestling from way back. Way back.
We'll be on for like 12 hours with your stories.
I can tell you the stories of a little 7-year-old brat named Dewey, who later became the most electrifying man in sports entertainment and the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that little prick when he was 7.
It happens like that. You're Mr. Lucky, so you have nothing to complain about.
Except for the black eyes and busted lips he gave me. Because he was older and he was bigger. So you said you love Metallica. I caught that.
Yep.
I caught that bit. And if
I also love Ozzy Osbourne.
Uh,
Mama, I'm coming home. Love that guy. Love him.
It's funny because if you check out the video on YouTube of the stream here, and if you don't catch
I
it,
hate promoting YouTube sometimes because I think they blocked me. But whatever, we'll continue to talk about YouTube
because I am wearing a Metallica T-shirt.
I YouTube too, but I don't like when people block you and YouTube blocks and
I'm wearing a
Facebook blocks. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm wearing a Metallica T-shirt right now.
Yeah, see, Metallica and Ozzy Osbourne. Did I not hit it on the nose?
Well, there's other bands that I listen to that you probably wouldn't care.
Aerosmith. I love Aerosmith. Maybe they may not be a big enough rock band to you, but the Rolling Stones. Oh, I love music. Music heals the soul. Again, back to the fans. If you're down or lonely or depressed or confused or wondering or don't know up from down, you're not the only one. You're not alone. But here's the secret. Drink water. Okay? You got to drink some water. You got to have something to eat. A grilled cheese sandwich, something to eat, and then put on some music. I don't care what kind of music. Any kind of music. It just gets the endorphins going, it gets the mind flowing, it clears your head, and shut the door, and don't let your wife in, or your husband in, or your son in, or your daughter, or your mother, or your boss. Turn off your phone and just put on some music, and it will clear your head. Trust me. And if I'm wrong, email me and tell me I'm wrong. That's onyx@smashbandpals.com.
All right, we've come.
Tell me if music doesn't fix whatever you're going through.
For me it's headbanging on my head onto a metal post usually, but that goes without saying. So
like what? Like I'm from Maryland. Kix was born here. Kix is a good band.
I listen to bands like they're, let's say, Arch Enemy, Mayhem. If you ever read the backstory on Mayhem, it's pretty dark, pretty sick.
Okay.
God, what else? Cradle of Filth.
Well, send me, text me or tag me or send me some of your 3 favorite songs. Let me hear.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. One of mine is Throw It Up. Throw It Up.
I
think it's from Little John. And then now they got a new remix, 2020, with Eminem. I was wondering where Eminem went. Eminem's quiet. He hides way in the back. Nobody even sees or talks to him anymore. But really, he's making albums. Trust me. He's going to come out with some major albums.
I will tell you one song that I really... Huh?
I've heard Buckethead.
Jordan is the song. And it is absolutely amazing.
Well, post it, tag it, link it, do something, let us all hear it. Don't keep it to yourself.
I do have a challenge.
Let us know what you're feeling, because everybody goes through music by the way they're feeling.
I do have a challenge for you. I do have a challenge.
Yours is probably positive and uplifting, because you're lucky 7.
I do have a challenge for you.
Okay.
Now, have you ever heard of the band Dragon Force?
Dragon Force. It does sound familiar. My Mission Out on this great song I haven't heard yet.
Have you ever seen the music video for Through the Fire and the Flames?
I wish I could see more music videos, but I'm not sure. Why? Well, talk to me. Where are we going with this?
You have to see it, you have to watch it, and then text me your reaction.
All right, well, you got to send me the link.
I will do that right now, actually.
All right, Send the link. Put it out there. Let everybody else hear it.
Oh, I can't connect to the internet. I can't connect to the internet right now, so because we're on the phone.
Okay.
But so I guess that will lead us to final comments. So where can people find you on the internet? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Well, they can know by now if they're listening.
If they've been paying attention.
Wow. I changed it to Bronco Bully because I like beating up bullies. It makes me feel good. So I got the name Onyx, the big black rock from The Rock. You can either find me as Onyx the Wrestling, probably under any social media, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to find me. I'm right there. Been on the internet for over 20 years. But again, you all should know my website. If you go to smashfamtown.com or Facebook or send me an email, boom, there I'll be. And I do check most of my messages daily. So, but I'll get back to you because I'm busy.
So my final word for you is, if you ever want to come back on the show, you have an open door. You're more than welcome to come back anytime you'd like.
Okay.
And it has been an honor. I've actually been a fan of yours since the WoW days. If that tells you.
Cool.
Yes. I remember those.
Let's get a shout out for Callan. Don't forget about Callan.
Don't forget about Callan Russo. No.
Callenrusso. I know everybody's down and everybody's going through problems and troubles, but this guy, he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have money. I think he's got health issues. He's feeling negative, he's feeling down, he's feeling blue, but he's easy to please. If you just reach out to him, Facebook is fine. Callan Russo, KallenRusso. Callan Russo. Find him on Facebook, or we'll put it out there, and then just send him a message. Just, you're going to get through it, or have some faith, or it's okay, or you're not alone. This is an amazing guy.
He really is amazing.
He used to work for an animal shelter.
I remember him telling me that. But yes.
Yeah, he worked for like a rescue animal shelter. He has such a big heart and a big spirit. But he doesn't have many friends and like support. So you know.
I think with this platform that we have here now, like I said, I've got, my audience reaches, all over the United States, Canada, Ireland, India.
I love Ireland and I love Canada and India. I got stuff and apparel and jewelry and merchandise. Amazing.
And I don't think it would take much for a lot of my listeners to drop Callan a line, because just do it, guys. I mean, he's a great guy, but we're all like Onyx said, we're all going through a tough time right now, and COVID's not helping. So if you could just drop him a line, say, hey, I heard your name mentioned on the Washington Wrestle Talk podcast. Just want you to know that you'll get through this and you're not alone.
Yep.
Well, Miss Onyx, I thank you very much for coming on to the show today.
You're welcome.
Longer than.
You know what? You owe me. You owe me one of the delicious meals you talk about. You cook all the time. I want something. I want like a shepherd's pie, original, unique, one of a kind shepherd's pie.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
With the beef, but not ground beef. Beef.
With the beak of the bird. Well, enjoy your Sunday, because it's getting to be about 5 o'clock back there. Am I correct?
It is, 5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock somewhere, and now I can have a cocktail.
There you go. Well, it has been my pleasure having you on the show, and I do hope to have you on again very soon. Very soon.
Live with that homemade original shepherd's pie. Live with some pie. Okay, let's make a t-shirt. Live with pie.
Actually, I actually have a Halloween show coming up in a couple weeks.
Okay.
and I'm going to be on the air pretty much all day. And what I want is my past guests to phone in and tell their favorite scary stories or creepy pasta stories.
Okay.
And it's going to start at 11 a.m. Pacific time, so 2 p.m. Eastern, on Saturday, October 31st. And it's going to be an all-day thing.
All right. Well, again, tag me, remind me, attach me, put me in the slot, do whatever you have to do, because that sounds awesome. I would love to be a part of that. Thank you very much.
I will add you in, and again, thank you so fucking much for coming on today.
You got it.
And I will send you that video link, and then you tell me your response.
Peace, love, and God bless.
Right back at you, madam, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one, the only Onyx, who also is in the LFC, as well as the former Bronco Billy from World, Women of Wrestling. So thank you so much for listening. But before I go, I do want to pass along. What is this? I want to pass on some sad news. Hall of Fame tag team champion Len Rossi, best known for is a 15 or 16 time NWA World Tag Team Champion in NWA Mid America, with the Gulas family, passed away today at the age of 93. He was inducted into the NWA Hall of Fame in 2009, and the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2005. So thoughts and prayers go out to the Rossi family. And of course, we've had the WWE draft that started Friday and continued Saturday. So let's see what happens on Monday night. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget that this Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, we will be back with another episode. And this time, I will have the Royal Hawaiian, April Halm, and Lady Oyanka as my guests. And hopefully they won't take over the show this time. They won't hijack it. But you never know with those two ladies. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all. I will see you on the next episode. Until then, take care. Go Seahawks, and have a good weekend.